Is there no more use for electric vehicles? There is an exciting future ahead for electric vehicles. Over the next 10 years, three experts foresee potential changes in the driving world. The UK is rapidly approaching its 2035 deadline for banning new gasoline and diesel powered automobiles from the market, making room for electric vehicles. According to the most recent annual car dependability study published by Consumer Reports, owners of electric vehicles continue to report considerably more issues with their cars than owners of conventional or hybrid vehicles. According to the survey, EVs from the last three model years had 79% more issues on average than regular cars. The poll covers 20 possible problem areas, including engine, gearbox, electric motors, leaks, and infotainment systems. It's based on owner responses from over 330,000 vehicles. Nowadays, the majority of electric vehicles are produced by either newly established automakers like Rivian or legacy automakers who are not familiar with EV technology. It makes sense that they're going through growth pains and require some time to iron out the kinks. According to Fisher, issues with EV batteries, charging, and electric drive motors are some of the most frequent issues EV consumers experience. With almost 10 years of experience producing electric vehicles, Tesla is ranked around the middle of the pack in terms of brand reliability. For the first time this year, CR recommends the Model Y, which is initially released for the 2020 model year. Owners have reported fewer problems with the vehicle's suspension, in-car electronics, and overall build quality than in prior years. Alongside the Model 3, the Model Y has been granted CR accreditation. The current sweet spot for producing electric automobiles in the automotive industry is found in Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y. Despite being a relatively new automaker, Tesla has produced more electric vehicles than any other. Although the majority of Tesla's EV components are dependable, the business still has issues with the way its cars are constructed. The majority of Tesla powertrains are now quite reliable, but customers frequently complain about build quality problems, including uneven paint, damaged rims, broken door handles, and non-closing trunks. Each of these lowered the brand's dependability rating. According to the survey results from this year, hybrid cars are still among the most dependable vehicle types. Despite having more potential problem areas than conventional cars due to their combination of electric motor and conventional powertrain, hybrids have 26% fewer problems than conventional models. Although it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, Toyota introduced the Prius hybrid almost 25 years ago. Due to the length of time they have been producing hybrids, automakers are highly skilled in this area. Additionally, a number of hybrids are produced by automakers like Toyota, Hyundai, and Kia, who generally make dependable automobiles. Fisher claims that hybrids are excellent choices for drivers who are more concerned with achieving the best fuel economy than they are with the bells and whistles because they're not usually equipped with high-tech amenities like numerous customizable displays that might cause issues. Since these cars aren't really technological marvels, there aren't as many things that can go wrong with them. The least dependable type of automobiles are plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, which combine an internal combustion engine for long-range driving with a battery for short-range driving. PHEVs have 146% more issues than regular cars. Since PHEVs are essentially a hybrid of an electric vehicle and a conventional car, there are naturally more potential problems with them. For instance, the Chrysler Pacifica minivan standard model is now highly recommended this year due to its excellent reliability rating. However, the PHEV Pacifica's dependability score is far below average, and the vehicle is not advised. The reliability score of the minivan is reduced due to the problems with the hybrid drivetrain and charging system. These reliable patterns are not always followed, which is why it's critical to take into account a model's reliability score before making a purchase. The Toyota RAV4 Prime plug-in hybrid is among the most dependable vehicles in our study this year, despite the unreliability of PHEVs as a class. Similarly, the Ford F-150 hybrid defies the general trend of high hybrid reliability with its transmission and other problems. Although gas-powered automobiles won't be replaced by electric ones anytime soon, internal combustion engines are already starting to become outdated, according to Kiplinger. For electric cars to live up to future expectations, a lot of things must change. Infrastructure and battery production for electric vehicle charging will need to expand dramatically. The auto industry will have to switch to an all-electric vehicle platform. Perhaps most importantly, consumers will need to demand those improvements be made and support electric automobiles. The number of electric vehicles on the road reached 16.5 million in 2021, almost doubling from 2020 sales to 6.6 million, a sales share of over 9% according to the International Energy Agency. since hybrid electric vehicles, or HEVs, can run on both electricity and gasoline power. They do not count toward the total. Although that might not seem like much, industry analysts claim that the pace is increasing. With an online marketplace for car purchases, there will likely be more models than ever. With over 100 EV models on the market by the end of 2024, the protocol predicts a progressive rise in the proportion of electric to gas-powered vehicles as well. Sales of electric vehicles may account for up to 20% of new automobile sales by 2025. Sales of electric vehicles may account for 40% of new automobile sales by 2030. Sales of electric vehicles may make up to almost all new automobile sales by 2040. The efficiency and speed at which the United States adopts electric vehicles are determined by a number of intricate social and economic factors. Before we can expect EVs to replace gas-powered vehicles, automakers, lawmakers, and the majority of consumers must make EVs a priority. The term fleet turnover describes the rate at which new cars are added to the fleet. It will take longer for future EVs to displace gas cars since they are more dependable and durable than ever. Rideshare services and urban transportation planning are other factors that affect fleet turnover. Automakers are attempting to transition their product lines to all-electric vehicles. However, they have different conversion schedules. Some have promised to stop selling gasoline-powered vehicles by 2035. Others, if not mandated by legislation, might not get there until 2045 or even 2050. By 2035, the sale of new gasoline-powered passenger vehicles will be prohibited in many states, thanks to legislation that has been passed or executive orders signed by governors. By 2050, the majority of passenger automobiles on the road might be electric. If this occurs across the country, we will require the infrastructure to change electric cars if there are more of them on the road. Lawmakers have enacted legislation to start the lengthy process of deploying chargers across the nation. There are still certain obstacles for consumers to overcome before the adoption of electric vehicles is predicted to expand exponentially. Several obstacles include the price of ownership, one's driving style, and the concern one has about the distance one can travel on a single charge. Despite having a lower overall cost of ownership than a gasoline-powered vehicle, an electric vehicle's purchase price in 2021 was roughly $10,000 more than the average for all vehicles. It can be costly to install an EV charger at home, change the battery in an electric vehicle, and even have an EV insured. Adoption of electric vehicles will ultimately rise when the cost of buying and maintaining EVs is comparable to that of gas-powered vehicles. Future driving patterns and auto purchases may change as more businesses and employees accept more remote work. Individuals with lower driving frequencies could be less inclined to upgrade from an older car to an electric one. The phrase range anxiety refers to people's worries about running out of battery power and becoming trapped in an electric vehicle. As more charging stations become accessible, this anxiety may subside. Additionally, as batteries get stronger and more people understand that they frequently don't drive far enough to be a concern, these worries will lessen. The adoption rate of electric vehicles may increase more quickly than analysts anticipate if the industry can resolve these issues with promptitude and determination. The 2015 International Paris Climate Agreement set 2050 as the global deadline to achieve net zero greenhouse gas emissions in order to keep global warming to 1.5 Celsius. This implies that by then, most gas-powered vehicles will have to be taken off the road. Furthermore, achieving net zero by 2050 would probably mean that after roughly 2035, there will be no more production of gas-powered vehicles, as most cars have 15 to 20-year lifespan. Anticipating this shift, a number of large automakers, notably GM and Volvo, have declared that they would only build electric vehicles by 2025 at the latest. However, not every automaker has the same viewpoint. In the near future, individuals may choose hybrid vehicles even if their comparatively small emission reductions fall short of ambitious climate targets. For example, Toyota is placing bets that consumers will embrace both plug-in hybrids and traditional hybrid cars. Furthermore, it's difficult to maintain that the biggest automaker in the world lacks car selling acumen. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Also, express your valuable thoughts in the comment section below. See you in the next one.